Welcome everyone, this is Kerjims channel. Now we are back to our new episodes of True Semi-Reality Champions and Comparison, featured by Wild League of Legends versus the Mobile Legend Kingkong. But before that, please like and subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon so you will be notified to our next episode video. Let's do this!
Trundle, the Troll King. Trundle is a hulking and devious troll with a particularly vicious streak, and there is nothing he cannot bludgeon into submission, not even the Freljord itself. Fiercely territorial, he chases down anyone foolish enough to enter his domain. Then, his massive club of true ice at the ready, he chills his enemies to the bone and impales them with jagged, frozen pillars, laughing as they bleed out onto the tundra. Trundle's warband once followed a foolish and cowardly chieftain. Under such a weak leader, Trundle feared he and his kin would fall prey to the other troll hordes scattered across the tundra. When his challenge to the chieftain ended in humiliation, Trundle did something that wasn't very troll-like. Instead of his fists, he turned to his wits. Thinking on his hairy feet, he spun a tall tale about the troll leaders of old, claiming they wielded weapons of great power as symbols of their right to rule. Though he'd made up the story on the spot, Trundle wagered that if he could find or steal such a weapon, he would become the rightful leader of the warband. The trolls believed him, but none thought him capable of undertaking such a challenge. Knowing the boastful troll would die trying, the foolish chieftain agreed and Trundle departed to the familiar sound of laughter. Alone but undaunted, Trundle ventured into the foreboding realm of the dreaded Ice Witch. There, hidden among the many ancient and dangerous secrets, he hoped to find a weapon to prove his elaborate tale. He outmuscled the Ice Witch's guards and outsmarted her dark magic traps, but nothing he scavenged matched the power he described to his kin. Finally, he found an unexpected prize, a huge and magical club of never-melting true ice. Grasping the weapon, he marveled at the cold power that ran through him. But then the wrathful Ice Witch herself appeared. As she summoned her dark magic, Trundle believed and had met his end, but another clever idea struck him. With a knowing grin, he offered the Ice Witch a devious proposition. A troll army, he told her, would be of much more use to her than one troll corpse. When Trundle returned to the warband, his fellow trolls bowed to his conquest. Calling his weapon Bonishipper, he took a moment to enjoy the look of shock on his chieftain's face before he caved it in. Seizing command, Trundle announced that there would no longer be chieftains, only a troll king before whom all of his kind would kneel. The trolls rallied behind their brash, new leader and prepared for the coming war. With Trundle leading the charge, the time of the trolls had finally come.
The warband that is Trundle's tribe once followed a foolish and cowardly chieftain. Under such weak leadership, Trundle found himself fearing that he and his kin would fall victims to the other troll hordes scattered across the icy tundra of Freljord. It would come to a point where he would challenge his chieftain for the right to rule, which only ended in his own humiliation. But then he did something that wasn't exactly very troll-like. Instead of using his brute force, Trundle turned to his wits and thinking on his hairy feet. He wove a tall tale of how the troll leaders of old would wield great weapons of power as symbols of their right to rule their tribes. Though he'd managed to spur his story on the spur at the moment, Trundle wagered with his chieftain that if he could find or steal such a weapon, he would become the rightful ruler of the warband. The other trolls of the tribe believed him, yet none thought him capable of undertaking such a challenge. In perhaps his own arrogance and believing that the boastful troll would die trying to complete such a feat, the foolish chieftain agreed to Trundle's terms. And so, Trundle then departed with a very familiar sound of laughter behind him. Alone but undaunted, Trundle ventured forward into the foreboding realm of the infamous Ice Witch. There, hidden amongst the many ancient and dangerous secrets, he searched and hoped to find a weapon that would prove his elaborate tale to his arrogant chief. He came upon the guards of the Ice Witch and used his wits to outsmart her dark magic, yet nothing he scavenged matched or described the power that he described to his kin. Eventually, though, he would find his prize, a huge magical club made of true ice that legend said would never melt. Grasping the weapon, he could do nothing but marvel at the cold, raw power that now coursed through his veins. But as with all things seemingly simple, an unexpected turn of events then occurred. The Ice Witch herself revealed herself to him, ready to strike him down in an instant. Trundle believed this to be his end, and yet his wits were to prevail once more. With a grin across his brow, he offered her a devious proposition. A troll army that to her would be much more use than one troll corpse lying dead in the snow. Trundle returned to his warband with celebration and fealty greeting him as the other trolls bowed to his conquest. He named his weapon Bone Shiver, and took one long moment to enjoy the look of numb shock on his chieftain's face before swinging the massive club, caving it in. This marked his weapon with his first traces of blood. Seizing command, Trundle declared as his first act that there would no longer be chieftains of the troll tribes, only a troll king that before whom all of his kind would kneel and pledge their loyal service. The warband rallied behind their brash new leader, preparing for the coming war in Freljord. And with Trundle as the Troll King leading the charge, the time of the trolls would finally be coming. And that's all I prepared for you this time around. Let me know what you thought of the video by hitting that like button and leaving your feedback in the comment section below. I was debating whether or not to do a video on Trundle's old lore, but I thought best that I would ask you guys if you wanted to see it, so let me know below this video and we'll see how that vote turns out. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, I'll see you next time.